Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It is Friday, December 19th, 2025, and this is Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour, and I am your host, Jessica Dugas. Happy to be here with you today. I'm tired. I'm tired this morning. I feel like this is becoming a theme. Like I've had issues with being tired in the morning for a long time. You know, I got me the Darth Vader machine, you know, the CPAP. And it's serving me well. It's serving me well. It does really good. But now I'm in, like perimenopause land. And so my self is changed. There's stuff that the CPAP cannot fix. Okay, is what I'm trying to tell you. And so it's really sort of funny to be a morning person. So energetically, like I'm super excited about the day. I'm in good spirits overall, but I'm so physically tired that it doesn't like match up real well. So I'm so happy it's Friday and it's going to be a great show. And like, it's just not a good situation. Listen, if you're joining us live, let us know where you're joining from and what is bringing you joy today. I'm very excited because we have a special guest here today. And Dr. CK, that's how we call her because it's just easier. It's just quicker. But Dr. Charity Campbell-Kapela is here, you guys. She received in our award ceremony on December 5th, the Dorothy Oger Breakthrough Impact Achievement Award, which is also a mouthful, so might as well. And I'm excited that she's here because I found out that she loves Christmas as much as I love Christmas. And so this is going to be Christmas filled. I'm like, what can I put on the screen? Let me get some candy canes happening here. You know, we're going to be festive today is what we're going to do. So I want to tell you what's kicking off here, what's bringing me joy this morning. I have a couple things. Yesterday, my husband and I celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. And so that was lovely. And, you know, it's really funny because, we always have when we get to these milestone anniversaries, we're going to do these big things, but life is lifing. And last anniversary was actually when I ended up having to go to the hospital to get my whole testing for the CPAP because it was the only day they had available. So our anniversary was literally eating takeout in the car before I had to go in and get hooked up to the machines. Like that's what we did last year. And this year, it just so happened, my husband in the management position he's in, he has to go through these yearly trainings. And this year it was scheduled, guess when? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Thursday being yesterday. It's a 4-day thing. And so I'm at the last time I was at the dentist, which that's a whole other conversation. You're going to have to go back to a previous episode. I'm going to tell you something in a minute here, but I was at the dentist and you know, you get to where if you have insurance, a lot of times it restarts the start of the year. So it's like you want to go ahead and use as much of that as you can before the year ends, right? And so guess when the last appointment of the year they had was? I'll let y'all guess for that too. So yes, it was yesterday. And so we were like, he's going to be in class. I might as well go to the damn dentist. And so that's literally how we spent the first part of the day. And then at the end, we did go for dinner at the end of the day. And we tried a new restaurant. Well, it's not a new restaurant. It's new. We've never been, and called Cinnamon Grill here in New London. And, it was delicious, really good. I've never had, Sri Lankan food. And so my meal came wrapped in a banana leaf. Like it was so pretty and delicious and all that. So anyway, so that's what we did yesterday. But there was a lot of joy in the dentist part, believe it or not. And yes, this is me talking. I was not abducted by aliens, because I've talked to you guys before about the challenges that I have had, like, physically with my health, but then also with literal trauma from the dentist. I had a really good childhood dentist. And then I swear to you, I've gotten every single dentist as an adult who just doesn't want to do their job. Like, they don't want to do their job well. They don't like they would rather do anything else than be a dentist. And I'm like, why are you a dentist then? But I will digress. So it happened, I shared with you the last time we talked about this, that my husband sold a car to a local dentist, and he kind of told him my story a little bit, which I've touched on here before, but I've never really dove into it. So I'm going to dive into it really quick here this morning. And that's that I have shared with you that I was in a really bad marriage prior to this one. And when you are in a situation where you have to worry about what's going on, taking care of yourself goes right out the window. You have to prioritize things a little differently. You have to make sure that you are okay, that your kids are okay, that, it's a challenging situation. And so as part of that period of time that I was in that relationship, there was a lot that didn't get a lot with me that went by the wayside, my teeth being included in that. And then adding in, as I shared, a lot of the stuff that had gone on with me with dentists over the years, it doesn't make for an easy situation. And so every time you have seen me ever on a show, ever, I have always had a missing tooth in the front. You just didn't know, because it was always, I filled it in. I filled it in every single week for the last 8 years. 8 years. And so imagine coming on to a show, and we've talked about, the irony of this before, called Project Joy. And there's very specific certain things that you are not real joyful about. And for me, one of those things has been my smile. And it's not that there was anything wrong with it once it was filled in and everything, but to go through that process every single week for the last 8 years of having to look at myself in the mirror, not liking what I see, filling it in and doing the best I could with it. And it's been exhausting. It's been exhausting. So yesterday, it was finally fixed after 8 years. I have brand new teeth in the front. And so I was very happy. The procedure went really well. I did not experience a whole lot of discomfort. I have a little bit of achiness, but other than that, like, everything was great. The dentist is amazing. I told him a little bit of my story. He knew a little bit from my husband, but I told him, kind of some of my story that led up to this moment, because I need people to understand that are doing their job well, how much they are truly with joy impacting some of us who have been through a lot of crap in our lives, and what a difference the work that they do makes, truly. And so I was very emotional. And then, and I'm trying to hold it together here. Then at the end, they knew that it was mine and my husband's anniversary, and he paid for my crown and everything that I had. So the dentist paid for the tooth, and that was before me telling him my story. And so what I was processing through yesterday is really and there's so much joy in this, even though it might seem like it's a difficult thing. The parts of our body, every tooth that we have, every hair on it all holds so much energy, so many memories, so many things. And it's really amazing to think about. It's incredible to think about. And so I feel like today very strongly that this is, a new chapter for me, getting started with all of this stuff. This was my second of several appointments, but to fix that front one for me feels like a new chapter, because I feel strongly that there was so much energy tied up in that, so much history there, that now I can begin anew. And so that is my big joy this morning. And it really is an amazing, been an amazing experience. So anyway, I'm going to check in with the comments really quickly. Then we're going to bring Miss CK out here as well. We've got Danielle joining us this morning. Good morning, Danielle. Good to see you. Happy Friday, Miss Sang D. Love it. Listen, me and Sang, we need to get on the video, and you need to put your red glasses on, and I have my red glasses on now, and then we could show our twinning selves over here. Thank you for that. These are my I'm stepping in. So I joined the bifocal club, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and then I went further because I needed to know I needed a special pair for when I'm on the computer, because my vision is different when I'm sitting this far from the screen. So now I have a regular bifocal pair and I have a computer bifocal pair. So I'm in the bifocal club times 2, and it's fun. So I saw these red ones and I was like, ooh, sassy, Sally, Jesse, Raphael, here I am. So that's what I did. Thank you. Danielle's like, I'm a newbie morning person. Yes. Miss Melinda's here this morning. Good morning, Miss Melinda. How are you today? Stacy's finally up, made apple tea, and is here. Good morning, Stacy. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Miss Melinda. I love you guys. Thank you. Miss Sang, Stacy said, I'm a newbie morning person too. I'm such a night owl. Postmenopausal sleep patterns are listen. Thank you, Sang. I appreciate that. He did. And it was a really cool experience with the tooth, you guys, because they do it 3D printed now. I got to watch him actually make it on the screen and then go stand by the machine and watch the tooth being made. It was so cool. And I was sending like pictures to my kids, and they were like geeked out. Anyway, so that was really interesting. Really interesting. Thank you very much. There are good people out there. I know that we're going through a lot in the world right now, you guys. And I go back to the quote, I think it was Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, that said, when we're going through things, like, look for the people that are look for the helpers, look for the people that are making a difference. And you'll always find the joy in that. I mean, it's there all the time. Our bodies do hold stories for sure. We love the glasses. I am Sally Jesse Raphael. It's what it is. Good morning, Joel. Good to see you. As I said before, when I saw Joel's name pop up, Joel is over Military Broadcast Radio. You guys should go check out Military Broadcast channel on the YouTube and all of that, because they do really amazing shows and things for military people and veterans. And I'm so thankful for the work that you do, Joel. So thank you. And I know our own Ferran Dozier here on the network is a part of that as well. So, all right. Without further ado, enough chitter chatting. Okay, because it's time to get Christmassy, everybody. We're going to take a super quick break. And when we come back, through the magic, Dr. CK will be on the screen. We'll be right back after this.
Favorite holiday activities are making my grandpa's famous potatoes for our dinner and Christmas Eve package opening, one by one, telling stories and talking between gifts. sometimes into the wee hours of the morning, much to some of my family members' chagrin.
Some of my favorite holiday activities is decorating with the family, setting up the Christmas tree, baking cookies, and just the joy that I have spending time with loved ones.
I'm Leah, a co-host on Project Joy Live, and my favorite holiday traditions are going sledding, hanging out with my family, and putting up the tree.
Favorite thing to do in the holiday season is on Christmas morning. My niece and nephew come to the stairs, and they're not allowed to leave the stairs and go into the living room where all the Christmas and gifts and everything are until they get the go-ahead. So I wait with them. And then when they start to run, I mean, the excitement and speed and urgency with which they do this is unprecedented. I get a video of them running from behind and get to capture all of the magic.
My favorite holiday traditions are for sure baking cookies with my kids, and also I love on Christmas Eve, after we go to Christmas Eve service, taking the kids, driving around, oohing and eyeing at all of the Christmas lights, and then coming home and having a big cup of hot chocolate. Everybody here at the Breakthrough Show Network, we want to wish you a very happy holiday. And without further ado, everybody, Dr. Charity is here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful people. How's everybody doing today?
We're waking up. We're waking up together. It's good.
You guys are just waking up? What? I've been up since like 4 something.
Well, so have I, but we're waking up mentally. We're trying to wake up mentally. There's two different things between physically waking up and like having all the marbles in the same bag.
I'm definitely missing a few, and they're probably red and green. I am, just because I've been up since 4 something, they're not all there. And I look forward to my mid-morning nap. You better believe it.
Right. Listen, people say all the time to me, they're like, oh, it must be so easy for you being a morning person and getting so much done. Like, that doesn't mean that I'm not tired. Doesn't mean that I have it all together.
Exactly. It's because of everyone else in the house that we have to get up so early so we can
there it is.
And we have more responsibility when the rest of the humans wake up. And so, yeah, but being up so early, you know, it's okay. It's all right.
I know it. I know it. Well, Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas. And all the things. Truthfully, every year I start celebrating Christmas in July. Don't judge me. Judge somebody else, okay? But I start celebrating in July, always.
I love it. I love it. I used to feel so. Listen, I have a friend that starts decorating, like putting up her tree and everything, like very early November. And I used to feel some kind of way about that. You know, it's interesting how like whatever the traditions and the things that we did growing up as kids, like I feel like as I get older, I grasp onto those a little more, like certain things for me need to happen at certain times. And so I used to feel some kind of way about it. But that's the other thing is, as time went on, like seeing just what we go through as humans, the stuff that happens in the world, I'm in whatever somebody needs to do to bring themselves joy, to make themselves feel, you know, better at the holiday season, do it.
Yeah,
do it.
I 1000% agree with that. And so first, let me just put out there, when I say I start celebrating Christmas in July, it's usually just the Christmas music, because I just love Christmas music, especially if it's, you know, just the traditional. Then we have the jazz, and then we have the lo-fi, and I love it all. So I'm like, if I'm feeling down or if the heat is really bothering me, I'm just going to turn on a little bit of Christmas music, make myself
Yes.
happy, make myself happy.
Yes.
But we do not start putting up Christmas decorations until after Thanksgiving dinner. That's when you are allowed. That's when you are allowed to put it up right after Thanksgiving. The last person, you finish eating your food, come on, help me with this tree. Come on, help me.
Yeah.
Let's start putting up the wreaths and everything. Let's get it done. And you're right. Like whatever people need to do to put themselves in that mode of joy, because this year, 2025 has been a lot. And so whatever is going to make someone feel that extra, like, Christmas joy, let them do it. As long as it's not causing harm to themselves or anyone else, go ahead.
Right.
It's your Christmas anyway.
Yep. That's it. Last year, we had a house full of people for Thanksgiving, and I knew that I was going to be exhausted because I typically will put the tree up the day after Thanksgiving. That's been my routine for the longest time. But we had so much company last year. I knew I was going to be exhausted and not wanted to do it. Plus, I thought it would make the house look festive for when the company was coming. So last year was the first year that I put it up before, like the week before Thanksgiving, and made everything look nice and all of that. And so sometimes you got to do what you got to do, whatever you need to do to keep the peace. Keep the peace.
That part.
Love it.
Yeah. And I mean, I love, so I'm also looking at like some of the comments and, and I see that, saying is like, I bring out the sentimental ornaments and then everyone shares a story about it. And this is like at Thanksgiving time, right after Thanksgiving. I mean, you can tie it in, right? Because honestly, for me, yes, Thanksgiving is about gratitude and really talking about being thankful. But for me, I also feel like Christmas is too. In fact, I feel like every day is an opportunity for me to, express gratitude. I got a ding. I got a ding, people. This morning, early this morning, I was taking my nephew to daycare, and I'm like, I got so many things I need to hurry up and do. I need to get back so I can be ready for the show. And it was like pouring down, raining, and then the rain stopped. And as I was driving back, I started thinking about just the stress of the holiday season that usually takes over people, and how we could easily complain about the weather and thing. But then I saw like this very faint rainbow in the sky. And when I tell you it was so faint, I had to like look twice. And then it's like, oh, I see the colors. And I just stopped and I was like, thank you for the rainbow. Like, thank you for the rainbow during winter time, to remind us that every day is a gift of promise. And like whatever's going to bring you joy, you do have to hang on to it because life will try to steal it from you for sure.
Yep. 100%. 100%. All right. So have you always loved Christmas? Like since you were a kid, like what's that journey of your love for Christmas been like?
Yes. I think because, so I'm an 80s baby. And so growing up, these commercials had me in a chokehold. All of these like kid commercials, the gifts and stuff. I'd be like, oh, I want that for Christmas. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. My parents, they didn't give me none of that stuff. But I'd be like, oh, I want that. And I want that. And it's just like Christmas. It's like, it's just Christmas. So excited. And then it was like, I think it was the whole thing of the way that I felt by receiving gifts, and then as I got older, the way that I felt being able to give gifts. And I will tell you, please learn from my mistakes. Do not give people the gifts that you want. Learn about them, okay? Because that is so tacky. Because I'll be like, you don't want that? You don't want that gift? You can give it back if you don't want it. Like that was in my 20s, right? Giving people what I'm like, oh yeah, this is so cool. I want that. And then when the person opens it or they look at it, they're like, oh, okay, what does this do? Or what is this? And you're just like offended.
When I tell you the way that we set ourselves up for disappointment sometimes is just special. special.
And we
I was
do it
talking
for
to somebody
ourselves.
about that the other day where it's like, sometimes we'll share it, like not even talking about gifts, but sometimes we'll share something with someone who doesn't give a crap about what we're sharing
Not
about.
one penny.
And and they start to get that glaze. They start to glaze over, and then you start to be kind of like, they're not even listening to what I'm saying, am
You
I?
get upset.
Like,
You
oh,
get upset, and you're the one who started the conversation. You be like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you no more.
yeah, yep.
Apparently, you're
Well,
not
and it
interested.
says when you give somebody a gift that is something that they want, that's really focused on them, then you're saying, hey, it mattered to me to pay attention to the things that I know that you like.
That part. That
Just saying.
part. Because, and it doesn't take, a deep dive into like their history to find those things out. I mean, honestly,
Right.
you can have a conversation with someone, you can be in a meeting with someone, and for you to be in tune with what they're talking about, you might just have an idea. Like, y'all, I got this from Jessica. Okay. And let me just tell you the whole story of it. She was like, what's your email? What's your address? And at first I was like, what you want my address for? Like, what's about to happen right now? And she was like, I'm just going to send you something. Long story short, she sent it to me, but the way my phone is set up is janky. So I wasn't able, I was like, oh, this is cute. Me, this is cute. And that was it. She was like, well, I know you love Christmas as much as I do. So, and I'm like, it's cute. How adorable is it? This. I'm like, oh, it says joy to the world. I like it. I'll add it to my bracelet collection. 2 days ago, I'm sitting. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago. I'm sitting and I'm like, I was supposed to go see if I could scan this bracelet because again, iPhone 13, for whatever reason, the NFC doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I go and I get my mom's phone and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, now how is this thing supposed to work? So I'm like an old person at this point. How do you work this thing? So I just hold up my wrist to the phone and it pops up this link and I click on it. And when I tell you, it takes me to a scripture verse about anxiety. Like I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. And like I'm trying, I feel like a little lump in my throat wanting to cry. It takes me to a scripture about anxiety and fear. And it was a day that I was so heavy with anxiety and worries and stress. And I just sat there and I was like, wow, God, I've been holding this for like over a month.
Yeah.
And at the perfect moment that I truly needed to hear from you, it comes through a scan of my wrist. And I sent her a message and I was like, she could have sent me anything. She could have sent me something that, when you scan it, it's like, comedy, because I love comedy as well. That's another thing that like lifts me up. But because she knows me, right? She's been in spaces with me. And she knows about me. She knew that a scripture, and it like I can go through different devotionals and different scriptures. And I was just like, girl, this is the gift that it's leaving me speechless right now because my heart was heavy and I was stressed out, having anxiety. And here comes a scan of a scripture telling me to just trust in the Lord and chill out. I love you for that.
So how many times do we forget that? I mean, and like I saw, so those bracelets from Zox, ZOX, you guys can check that out online because they have a lot of amazing stuff. But I received my first one from Stacy.
Yeah.
And then I got them for my kids because in my situation, like where I was at the time is I'm like, a lot of times this life of being an entrepreneur is a lonely one. And And it is, nobody's giving us the pat on the back. Nobody's making us employee of the month. Nobody's like, and so we can get, even though we love what we do, and you and I have that in common, we love what we do. But I also recognize that you and I will both go until we can't go no more. and then we'll still go. And then, and then maybe stop. But those days can get really long and really hard. And I found myself with the bracelets that I started getting, and my watch band also does it as well. Wow. I will just reach, all I got to do is reach over and tap my phone and be like, I just need, please give me some peace right now. And I love that they do have such a big line of the scripture scans also, because sometimes you get affirmation ones on some of mine, and some of them are scriptures, and it just I just like the positivity in general. Like sometimes I just need a word.
Well, listen, it was actually the most recent one. So I have two, and I feel like I'm just like, can't nobody tell me nothing now. I have two. I have the one that you sent.
Yeah.
And then Stacy sent me one that came in like this package today. Yeah, you got it too. Yeah. Look, we're holding up our Stace bracelets. We're calling them Stacelets. Okay?
Stace bracelets. Stacelets.
We're holding up our Stacelets.
Stacelets.
So first, it came in like this envelope, and if you know Stacy, she's known as the squirrel wrangler. And I legit said to her, Jessica, I was like, if this is some chopped up squirrel tail, I'm finna be upset with you. Like, don't be sending me no stuffed squirrel tail as a Christmas gift, because that's not how I get down. Okay. And she was like, just open it. So as I'm like, doing the video, I open it, and she's like, you're going to like this, and so she told me what it was, because I was like, my phone, okay. Yeah. And I'm laughing at her in the comments, because she's talking about, we need a GoFundMe to get CK a new phone. That's not
I know.
So trifling. I love it. So I also scanned this, and this bracelet, just like yours, I'm sure, takes you to my website, my business website. And so now I have a digital business card that I also can have on my arm. It's just like, okay, listen, these two. And can I tell you that I'm usually the person that's giving out gifts?
Yeah.
And to be on the receiving end is, y'all left me speechless and emotional. I was so emo because this has been a very, very, very trying year.
Yeah. Same.
With going from academia to entrepreneurship to, husband immigrant visa issues, trying to get all of that, and then finally getting it, but then, money is like just all over the place. Christmas, what? Like I sat and I thought the other day, I was like, and I got down a little bit. This is Project Joy Live, so I can be honest, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Depression tried to sit in.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas time, and depression tried to sit in. And I'm like, my toddler, I want to give him, I want to give this and this. I'm thinking about all the things that I want to give my family. And usually I'm like Mrs. Claus, okay? I'm coming with the big bag of gifts and all the things because I just love it. But this year I'm like, I think I'm going to have to be the gift this year. Y'all going to have to be okay with that. And then I thought, well, I do give my son stuff all throughout the year, and he's 2. He doesn't know anything about Christmas. He don't care. It's just me, right? So I had to deal with a lot of that mental anguish and anxiety that was really trying to put me, in that mode of depression for the holidays, because Christmas is my absolute favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. I know Sang got one of the bracelets too, and she used it on a networking event over the weekend, and it served her really well for that. So I'm looking forward to that too, because we go to 90s Con every year, and started out just as like something fun that I wanted to do, but I do a lot of connecting with people there, like I talk to Christine Taylor about my film. And like, I do a lot of businessy type things there. And so I remember when I met Christine Taylor, and I'm in such like, 90s nostalgia land when I go to them damn things. I don't bring like my stuff with me like I should. I forget about the business cards, even though I am doing the networking. So this is going to make it super easy, that to be like, here, here you go. Make it easy to connect with people.
Amazing job, Stacey. Thank you for being so thoughtful
Yes.
about that. Stacey is like, we all got to make sure we remember our businesses. And so just put a bracelet on.
Yes.
Just do that. Yeah.
I love it. And yes, the Stacey snuck in. I don't think you could see her in the background, but she snuck into the studio a couple minutes ago and stuck her tongue out at us as we were talking about being emotional. Anyway.
I did not see it. I'm so glad. So glad. Stacey would have messed up my whole emotional story.
I try really hard to keep myself. I have a hard time focusing. And I tell people this all the time. Like when I try to be structured, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I have to for myself. I have to, because otherwise I am all over the place and I cannot focus back in to what I'm doing. So Sang also was talking about, so it's the year of the snake, apparently, that means to shed what no longer serves you, and then we are going to gallop into the year of the horse in February. That's very interesting.
When I used to live in China, man, the meaning behind those every year, I'd be like, what year is it this what year is it going to be this year? Just trying to figure out really in terms of like the cultural aspect what it would mean. What the significance would be. And so hearing that saying, I like that, shed what no longer serves you. I think actually not even know what the year was. We did a lot of that this year.
Yeah.
I think all of us had to.
Yep. And people are even talking about that in woo-woo land over here, that that they get into like numerology and little things like that. And they were talking about how this apparently was a year 9, which also signifies endings, and then we'll go into the next, which is a new beginnings. So it's interesting how a lot of little things like that. I don't get deep into all the things, but it's interesting just to hear different things and see how everything is sort of aligning in that same energy. And I also feel like, we always have an opportunity to start anew. We can lean into that whenever we want, and we don't need to wait for, a new year, a birthday, the year of the whatever. You could start new right now. And you don't need to have something to go by. You could just choose, and that's it.
Amen to that.
Do you have a favorite holiday memory, like a favorite Christmas memory?
Absolutely. 2018 because 2017 was my first Christmas in China, which it was very bittersweet because I was happy to be in China, but I missed my family and my community so much. So the next year I plan to surprise my family for Christmas from China. And the only person I told about it was my brother, because my brother, he's 9.5 years older than I am, and we still have a very good relationship. And so I told him about it because he can keep a secret. Yeah. And so he was the one that picked me up from the airport and all the things. So we get to here to my parents' house, and my brother walks in. My mom and my dad are completely unsuspecting, right? My mom's in the kitchen cooking and doing all the things, and so I sneak into the house, and my father comes. He's walking and he's like, he's walking this way, and then he just like, he starts screaming like this soprano high pitched voice, and he's just like, ah! And then I come into the kitchen and I say, Merry Christmas. I lie to you not. We thought my mom was going to pass out. Aww. She was just like, she had stuff. She was like, oh, like just all dramatic. And my brother's like, get her, catch her, so she don't hit her head on the table. Catch her. And like, she was just like crying and the family was just so happy. And it was awesome to actually be back in the States for Christmas. That was, and I shared that video with my colleagues and my friends and things back in China, and it
Mm.
had like hundreds of likes. Like they were just like, this is just to see that type of joy on my mom's face, and my
Yeah.
dad's face. And so it was
Yeah.
it was so much fun. Yeah.
I
Best
love that.
Christmas.
I'm getting
Best
misty
Christmas
over
ever.
here.
Yeah, I'm a whole Hallmark now. I can I can, as much as I don't like watching the movies, I like to reenact them. So yeah, it was
Well,
great.
it's interesting because my moment, and that's why I was getting so emotional. It's very similar to yours. My parents got divorced when I was 4 months old. So I didn't grow up with my dad. And he was in the Navy and out to sea a lot. So I only really saw him like every couple of, every few summers is when I would see my dad. And my mom, I remember, I don't remember how old I was exactly. I was in elementary school. So at some point before I was 12 years old, um, she was working the latchkey program after school, and so I would sometimes, when she was doing that, I used to love to go help out in the music room, or because the music room was downstairs and all of that. And the one day they wanted me to help, but I wanted to do other things. I wanted to go outside and play. I remember just wanting to do other things, but they were like, no, we need you to help out today. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So
Mhm.
I go down there and I open up the music room door, and my dad's standing there. And just, there are moments like that you just, the stupidness of the world and the gifts and everything else, like nothing else matters.
Doesn't matter.
Nothing else
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I've found myself so many times lately in our virtual communities that we've been in, getting so emotional just because, like, we're surrounded by so many amazing people. And that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough for me.
Yeah. Being surrounded by the right people at the right time.
Yeah.
That and we define what the right time is, right? For
Mhm.
somebody else, the right time could be when you are extremely excited and happy and you want to bring that excitement around other people. And then for others, like the right time could be when you are really battling darkness, like depression. I mean, you're really trying to pull yourself out of that funk and you just can't do it by yourself. And so being around the right people who, they might be talking about something totally different, but you find it, you find a way to laugh, you
Yeah.
find a way, something happens that makes you laugh and brings a spark of joy or happiness. It's even that is a gift in itself.
Yeah.
Even that, it's all about perspective now. And I'm
Yeah.
realizing that like the older I get, the more mature I become. And I said it the way that I just said it is because older age does not equate maturity, people.
Right.
Okay. The older I get, the more mature I become, especially when it comes to this holiday season. You really start to think about what matters most.
Right.
Life matters most. Just on Tuesday, I was with a friend, and her sister-in-law, she received a phone call that her sister-in-law was found dead. What? Right around the holiday time. And there are so many people who they deal with loss of loved ones during the holiday season that makes it extra heavy and hard for them. So if you find yourself, not being one of those people, then try to be a source of support,
Mm.
any way. And that's if the person wants it. Sometimes the best support is to be, if somebody say, I need to be left alone, give them
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
But if they need, a shoulder to cry on, or even just someone to listen to them,
Yeah.
and then for you to just be there, be present, that's
Right.
also a gift. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of people like this is a hard time of year for December and February, or excuse me, December and January are tougher months for me because I did experience my grandmother anniversary of my grandmother's passing is coming up next week, and it was right before Christmas, and I just remember and Christmas was so important to her, which makes like insult to injury here. But I shared this before that moving back to Connecticut, I live about a mile and a half from where she's laid to rest. She's not in a regular grave. She's in a mausoleum, which is this beautiful building with stained glass, and it's a little tiny building, but it's stunning, and it's super high ceiling, and so the acoustics are beautiful. And I will go in there sometimes and just sing because she used to love to hear me sing, and so I would go in there. I go in there and sing to her, and in that space. And so that's what I've been doing every year since I came back home, because I live so close to where she's at, is I'll go in and sing to her. And so it is harder this time of year, but it so helps me to just be around other people. Like, yes, there's moments when I want to be quiet and still and by myself, but I have to make myself like, Jessica, go be in the energy of other people, because to me, that's why we're here. I don't believe God would have put us on this planet with this many people to sit by ourselves and pout all the time.
That part. You get several things, okay? That part. Jingle bells. You hear me? Ding,
I should have brought jingle bells.
Yes. Because listen, I love that so many people are on this earth and they are dealing with isolation, loneliness during the holidays. Oh my gosh. Even not even, this is specifically about the holidays, but even just on the regular loneliness, people feeling like they don't have any friends or anyone that they can truly like relate to, and it's so prevalent. And I mean, yes, then it kind of makes us build up like this wall that said, well, I don't need friends anyway, and you do. You need family. You need somebody who, like, even if it's just one person, like Jessica was saying, just being around people. It doesn't have to be 10, 5, or even 3. Just one person who would be able to help you smile a little bit or just be there for you. I feel like friendship is a miracle. I do. I feel like friendship is a miracle because it is not easy to find or to maintain. Depending on who you are. It is not. Yeah.
And we had a whole 3-hour documentary about that fact. Like, it's true. But when you make that effort to find the right people, that's what my kids get so riled up sometimes about, like, well, perhaps not having as many like younger friends as some other people have that might be in public school, and it's a different situation. I'm like, baby, but you got the right friends. Got the people that are going to be there for you. Because think about back when we were in school, how many of those people we still talk to right now?
Up until a few months ago, none. And it was because of my son that I actually got, reconnected with 2. But it's just like, wow. Until then, none.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Anyway, I know that you said that you start celebrating Christmas in July, and I have been known to watch the movie White Christmas all year. Like, I have watched it all year long. About once a month, I will watch that movie. And so it is what it is. Mind your business. But how do you think that do you have a tip or a thought of how we can carry sort of your idea of the spirit of Christmas all year?
Yeah. It's just, it's a time to be a gift. Don't just always expect gifts, but be a gift. And I think that comes, I got Jessica's joyful jingle bells right there. Thanks, Stacey.
It's the happy bell. It's the happy bell.
um, be a gift. And my mom, she gets on me about this throughout the year. She's like, you're always giving, right? She's like,
Mhm.
you give. You have such a big heart and you give, give, give. And I'm like, why does it bother you? Like, why would it bother you? Because
Right.
and this has been over the years, right? Because she's like, you give more than I see people giving to you. And it's just, and I'm like, yeah, but you shouldn't have named me Charity. I mean, that's your fault, right? Hello. Ding, 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 ding. It's your fault, boo boo. Because you named me Charity. And I love to give, you know? So, and I tell her that often. And she'll just look at me like, I should have named you Alvina, which is another story for another day. My father wanted to name me Alvina. And I said, I'm so glad that my mom did not call me that. Anyone name whose name is Alvina, God bless you. But listen, the way my life set up, I would not have been a beautiful Alvina whatsoever. He
Do
wanted.
you hear what I'm telling you? I joke around about this all the time that CK and I were separated at birth. Okay. My mother was going to name me Prudence. Parents of the world.
Like, where y'all be getting these names from?
Come in with us here for just a moment. We're talking about gifts this holiday season. Those names are not, I mean, again, if it's your name and you love it, that's fine. Stop it.
Give the gift of a good name. How about that? Let's do that. No, ma'am. Saying said, do you know why she named you Charity? Yes, because so my parents are pastors. And so they looked in the Bible and they went to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And it was KJV, King James Version. So it wasn't like, this whole love thing. It said charity specifically. And so it's like the whole chapter has the name Charity. And so she's like, that's a beautiful name. I'm so glad it didn't say Alvina. Because
Amen.
I'm telling you, I would
Amen.
have been bullied. You hear me? And then it would have been a whole different lifestyle for me. But I tell people to be a gift all year round. Carry that gift giving like essence, right? And when I say giving gifts, it doesn't always have to equate to monetary gifts, everybody. You can be a gift just by your smile, just by your personality. We have a colleague who he has a gift of using puns. I mean, this dude is like, I have never been around somebody who every single thing they say or write or do is a pun.
Yes.
And it's just like, sometimes you be like, how did you make that make sense? Because it doesn't make sense, but you made it make sense. Like, shout out to Ollie. Ollie will come into your room and he will just start. And I'm like, it's a gift. It's a gift. He can spell things. I mean, the dude is like,
I'm telling you. I mean, I can relate to the overload that his brain must be going through because I do that with songs. I have had when I have a conversation. Like, this is why I say I have a really hard time focusing. It is a musical in my head in every conversation I have. Every word you say, I promise you there has been a song to go with it. And it takes everything I have not to just grab the microphone and start a karaoke session live on the show because it's horrible. It's horrible. I love some of these stories that have been coming through about names. Betty Lou. Could you imagine Stacy as Betty Lou?
Stacy, I'm not going to lie. I could see it. Daddy Lou, I can see. Stacey's not gonna like me anymore.
Danielle was gonna be either a Marilyn or a Tara. Yeah, I've known Danielle since we were in kindergarten, and I'm good. Danielle, I'm glad for you too. I'm glad for you. I love the other names. It's just not you. You come to know people for who by the anyway. See, it's happening. Betty Lou. You're being called that from now on. You're welcome. So there it is. Okay, we got to do birthdays really quick because we're coming up. For those of you that are coming in for co-working, you just know I'm going to be late today. Okay, it is what it is because we're having a good time over here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It's time for birthdays. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. Today in the world of celebrity, actor Jake Gyllenhaal is 45 years old today. Happy birthday, Jake. Actress Alyssa Milano is 53 years old today. Happy birthday, Alyssa. The incredible and one of my favorite actresses that passed away in 2021, Cicely Tyson, had a birthday today. She was a force, man. She was so incredible. So incredible. And then this one, I need my later Gen X and millennial friends to listen and just brace yourself for this one because this one hit me kind of hard this morning. Tim Reed, actor Tim Reed, he was in a lot of different things, but you might remember him as the father in Sister, Sister.
Yeah, what about it?
He's 81 years old today.
I have to say it. Can I say it? Can I say it on
yes.
your show? Black don't crack, baby. Can I just say that? But he is 81. I bet you he still climb stairs.
Listen,
he probably climb stairs better than me, Jessica.
I had to say, I refreshed the page 6 times this morning, thinking there had to be some kind of mistake.
Sang said, "Ding, ding, ding."
Some kind of mistake.
81.
Happy birthday, Tim Reed. Damn. Okay. Happy birthday to you. I can't even go on. Okay. The celebrities in my life. Cheryl Lovell has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Cheryl. And the amazing, and I love that we rang the bell so many times today. This is my happy bell. And one of our biggest fans that has been around since the start of the Breakthrough Show Network, Sylvia Sfeel, she actually sent me this bell, and today is her birthday. So happy birthday, Sylvia. Thank you so much for being one of my favorite replay queens out there. And then tomorrow, one of our Breakthrough Show Network family members, Katarina Stomska, has a birthday tomorrow out in Scotland. So happy birthday, Kat. We love you so much. Do you have any birthdays you're celebrating right now, Dr. CK?
Yes, actually. Oh. December is a crazy month. So shout out to my husband. His birthday, he's my husband is Zambian, y'all, and I love him so much. His birthday was December 10th. And then he's not my twin, but I call him my twin. His birthday was December 11th. Shout out to you, twin. Happy birthday. Then my sister, her birthday was December 12th. Shout out to my sister. Love you so much. And then my baby brother, I love him so much. His birthday is tomorrow, the 20th. I feel like it's a holiday. It's just legit 4 birthdays. Boom, 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 boom. I love you all so much. Happy birthday.
That's a lot of birthdays this time of year. That's the way ours is lumped together in the summertime. Like it feels like it never ends.
It's ridiculous. And then my parents' anniversary is on December 31st.
Oh my goodness. That's a happy anniversary.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Like 42 years, 40. I don't know. They've been married a long time.
They get lots of bail for that. They get heavy bail for that. It's a lot. Listen, you're doing the thing. And thank you guys for bringing my separated at birth friend here, CK, into the world because I just love her to pieces. And so we thank you for that, Charity's parents. Thank you. All right, we're going to get our birthday song on here. You ready to go? We're going to sing it. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jake, Alyssa, Cicely, Tim, Cheryl, Sylvia, CK's twin, CK's sister, CK's baby brother, CK's hubby, and Kat Stomska. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. Listen. I ran out of air today. I did not prepare myself well. I'm so sorry, you guys. I ran out of air and I had to take a breath.
When I tell you I was laughing behind the scenes, I was like, oh my God, my face hurts. Like, that was insane. I'm definitely going back to the replay. Just for that part right there. That needs to be a ringer.
There it is. Listen. We have. It's funny because I was telling somebody else. This time of year, I'm tweaking a lot of like our network assets, like our graphics, our videos. I have not since the beginning of Project Joy changed that part of the show. I won't do it because everybody has so much fun, and it's a joy to remember that we have amazing people in this world, and we need to be celebrating each other every single day. Every day.
I celebrate you for this because, I was a podcast producer and I used to do all this stuff. But today, it feels so different not being in the producer seat. You're being in the guest seat and I'm just sitting back and I'm watching her do all of this stuff. And part of me is itching to like, oh, we should do another show. And the other part is like, nah, Jessica's killing this. Like, I am loving this. I'm loving the birthday song and the switches and the swatches and the everything. Y'all at the Breakthrough Show Network, y'all really have a jewel. Wow.
We have a good time over here. And I love this show in particular because it's an anything goes kind of show. Every other show is so much more structured as far as like you don't know what you're gonna get here. I'm gonna be straight with you. You just never know what you're gonna get. And I love all the little segments. And it is Danielle and some of the other hosts that I see every time we play that birthday song, I watch them in the back camera just dancing and having a whole time. And that in itself brings me joy. Anything you want to leave the people today, Dr. CK, and where they can find you and anything you want to share? What do you want to leave with everybody today?
Listen, you guys have been amazing for allowing me to be here. And I'm so serious. Like this is, I'm just looking at everything and I'm like, wow, I love it. Like, I just love it. And thank you so much for putting up the Christmas border. I feel special for that. Thank y'all for having me. You can find me if you're in our Go Brunch community, of course, you could just click on the My View online friends and you can see where I am. Most times I have that public. Otherwise, you can catch my new AI avatar twin. She is chilling out on Instagram. Okay, showing up, doing all the things, wearing makeup and stuff, so I don't have to. Her name is Coach Cece. You can check her out at C3 Global Co. Okay, that is at C3 Global Co. And I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I have a presence there. Let's just put it that way because I'm usually working a lot, so I'm not on there. But I have a presence there, and so that's where you can find me. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Thank you. There it is. I put her link down there in the chat for you guys to go check out her info as well. And it is in the show notes also. So if you're on the replay, don't worry about it. You can see it in the description. Thank you for being here today, my friend. It was super fun.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, you guys, I'm Jessica Dugas. This is Dr. Charity Campbell-Kapela, everybody. And we want to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and remind you to make every day a great day for a breakthrough. All right. And prioritize the joy. Okay. And we'll see you guys next time. I will be back next week with who we have. We have Danielle. We have Olivia. We have Brittany. And we're going to talk about all the amazing things looking back on 2025 and ahead to 2026. And then the next week is the season 6 finale. So get ready for it. We will see you guys next time on Project Joy Live. Bye, everybody. There it is.